people. How are you today? Happy Friday, or whatever day of the week it is you're watching. We're coming into the home stretch here of our YouTube programming for spring term. School's starting to wind down. You're moving into the end of year, and it's that time for Spitfire to take a break so that we can get ready for summer. I'll have some big announcements next week about what we're going to do and how you can participate. It's going to be a little bit different, but I got a lot of work to do. So, lots of stuff going on in the world right now, and we've been doing a unit on identity, and we've talked about who we are and the importance of our heritage and how all of the different complex things that make you who you are add up to you, and that some of these things you have in common with some people, and then other things you have in common with different people, but no one is just like you, right? Although it's really nice to meet people who remind you a lot of yourself. So today we're going to skip ahead a lot. This is not how I would normally teach it, but I think that the world right now needs for me to talk to you today about allyship. Can you say that back to me? Allyship. Yeah, allyship. What does it mean to be an ally? It's a noun, but it's also a verb. Ally is a noun and a verb. It's something that is, but it's also something that you do. So to be an ally means using your privilege and your voice to stand up for what is right. Has a lot. Privilege. What is privilege? Most of us have some form of privilege, and some people have more privilege than others. So I have a home to sleep in, and that is a privilege. That's very special, and not everybody gets to have it. I have white skin, and that is a privilege. That is something that I didn't ask for, but was given to me at birth, and my life is easier because of it. There are a lot of things that give us privilege. There are also some things that put us at a disadvantage, like I'm female, and women make less money than men. There are a lot of statistics about how girls have it a little bit tougher than guys. And so there are also things working against me. But overall, I have a very privileged life. And so it's my job as someone with privilege to help people who don't have it. Does that mean I need to help save the day for everybody? Absolutely not. Nobody's asking me to be a hero. But when things are wrong, and I know they're wrong, and I have the ability to speak, I must. And so that's why I'm here. So today we are going to read The Proudest Blue. The Proudest Blue. Let me come out closer to you so you can see it. This is a tough book. It's a beautiful book. All of our books are beautiful. I say that about every book because I wouldn't choose to read it to you if it weren't beautiful. But this one's tough. We have one other book that is also about allyship, or lack of allyship, that's really tough. But it's tougher than this one, so I decided not to do that to you today because you deserve to feel a little bit good at least. All right, and we'll talk about this afterward. The Proudest Blue by Ibtihaj Muhammad. The Proudest Blue, a story of hijab and family. Mama holds out the pink, but Asiya shakes her head. I know why. Behind the counter is the brightest blue, the color of the ocean. If you squint your eyes and pretend there's no line between the water and the sky. It's the first day hijab. Asiya knows it. I know it. We're sisters. The next day I wait. A new backpack, new light-up shoes. I feel special. I feel like twirling. Asiya comes out of the house and I stop. It's the most beautiful first day of school ever. I'm walking with a princess.
So I pretend I'm one too. But even princesses have to stop to cross the street. Asiya takes my hand in hers, says, "Come on, Faiza." We speed walk it. 14 steps, 14 light ups to get across. Asiya takes me to my line first, hugs me goodbye. I turn to watch her leave, give a little curtsy to the princess going to the 6th grade area. She's easy to see. Her hijab smiles at me the whole way. My first day hijab is going to be blue, too. "What's that on your sister's head?" the girl in front of me whispers. "A scarf," I whisper back. I don't know why a whisper came out. I try again, louder now. "A scarf, a hijab." "Oh," she whispers. Asiya's hijab isn't a whisper. Asiya's hijab is like the sky on a sunny day. The sky isn't a whisper. It's always there, special and regular. The first day of wearing hijab is important, Mama had said. It means being strong. I turn, but I can't see the blue anymore. I run to the big kid's side. 27 steps to see Asiya. I need to give her another hug. I need to see her smile. "Faiza," Asiya's eyes wonder why I'm here. "Are you excited?" I ask. "About the first day of hijab?" She nods, smiling big, and I feel better. Someone laughs from nearby, a boy pointing at Asiya. Why? Asiya's hijab isn't a laugh. Asiya's hijab is like the ocean waving to the sky. It's always there, strong and friendly. Some people won't understand your hijab, Mama had said. But if you understand who you are, one day they will too. In class, I draw a picture. 2 princesses in hijab having a picnic on an island where the ocean meets the sky. The girl who whispered in line says that she likes it. She says it's so loud a teacher comes over to see it. I wonder if Asiya drew a picture too. Recess time is for 5 cartwheels in a row. I land the last one near the 6th graders, near Asiya and her friends. Near a boy yelling, "I'm going to pull that tablecloth off your head." Oh my gosh. Asiya's hijab isn't a tablecloth. Asiya's hijab is blue, only blue. Asiya turns away. Her friends turn away. They race to the middle of the schoolyard, their shoes pounding the pavement, playing tag. Mama says, "Don't carry around the hurtful words that others say. Drop them. They're not yours to keep. They belong only to those who said them." It takes me 48 steps to get away from the yelling boy. After school, I look around. I look for whispers, laughs, and shouts. But I only see Asiya waiting for me, like it's a regular day. She's smiling, strong. We cross the road hand in hand. I can't wait to get home, to show Mama the picture I drew, to show Asiya that I'm wearing the same hijab in it. Because Asiya's hijab is like the ocean and the sky, no line between them, saying hello with a loud wave, saying I'll always be here like sisters, like me and Asiya. And that's the author.
sisters have your back, right? But we can all be sisters to each other. Even if your sister's not around to have your back, or even if you're not there to have your sister's back. So, this book is about being strong, and I love the line Mom said about those words that people say that are mean. You don't need to carry those. Those aren't yours to carry. But I think that some of the friends in school could have done things a little bit differently. The author writes the book for the reason, she writes the book the way she wanted to write the book. But I think that one of the important things we can do as readers is sometimes to imagine a different way that the book could have gone, right? What would have happened if maybe the girl who whispered in line showed up and said something different, What if she had behaved differently? Would those boys have still said the mean things? Or maybe the boys could learn if someone who was not a Sia or her sister said something. There are learning opportunities. And also, when someone's feeling hurt because someone has said something hurtful about them that's totally unnecessary, and in many cases biased against them, the comfort that they can feel by having somebody stand up for them instead of feeling like they have to stand up for themselves or walk away is important. So today I want to talk about ways to be an ally. There are different ways to react in a situation where someone is being mean. So allyship often is a way to handle bullying. And everyone has met a bully, right? Maybe some of us have been a bully, maybe on an accident, right? But sometimes even we can be the mean person. And that's because we're human and we're imperfect, and that's okay. You are not that word, and that person also is not necessarily that word, even if they may do that sometimes. We're all complex people, and we have the ability to change and grow, and so we're always working to change and grow. Today, we're going to work on allyship. So, I have on these cards some situations, and I also have here 4 choices. So you get to make 4 choices. I'm going to read these cards, and I want you to decide for yourself what you would do in these situations. This is harder to do when we're not all together because I would love to hear what you say and ask questions. Maybe we could change our approach. I don't think there's such thing as a wrong answer to these. The only wrong answer, I think, would be saying something hurtful. And that's not one of the choices, okay? So the first choice is to ignore the person or to walk away. Sometimes that's the right choice. Just like Faiza did, right? The boy was yelling and she walked away across the playground. Sometimes removing yourself from a harmful person is the best thing you can do in a situation. Say something now. Stand up for the person. Say in front of everyone to the person who is saying the mean thing, don't talk like that, or that's not even true, or why would you say just such a hurtful thing? Or you're making yourself look really dumb right now. Why are you saying that? There are lots of things you can say in the moment. But it takes a lot of courage, doesn't it? Say something in private. Maybe don't make a big scene of it in the moment, but think about what the best thing to say to that person is, and then go to them later and say, when you said that, what I heard was maybe like that you don't actually know this person and you're saying very hurtful things, or you're not aware of their culture. That's not a tablecloth, it's a hijab. And the last one, tell a trusted adult. Sometimes adults are the ones that say hurtful things, though. What do you do then? Oof. Man, being a person's so hard. It is. It's really hard. All right, let's see. What would you do if a new kid at school calls your friend a bad name? Let's do that one last. At recess, you hear 2 other students call your friend a mean name. Two other students, so you don't really know them necessarily, call your friend a mean name? Do you ignore him and walk away? Do you say something now to the people? Do you say something in private? Or do you go tell an adult? What would you do? So what would you say to your friend? Sometimes the most important thing to say to friends when they have something like this happen to them is, that was awful. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That doesn't mean that that solves the problem. Sometimes people just need to feel like someone cared about them in that moment. A girl in your class teases another girl in class for dressing like a boy. What would you do? Ignore and walk away? Say something now? Say something in private? Or tell an adult? What if somebody was commenting to you about how you dress? Just something to think about. A new kid at school calls your friend a bad name because of the color of their skin. What would you do? A new kid at school, so you don't maybe know them as well, calls your friend, who you do know, a bad name because of the color of their skin. Do you ignore and walk away? Say something now? Say something in private? Or tell an adult? All right, now it gets tricky. What if your friend calls a new kid at school? So I flipped it. Your friend, someone you do know, calls a new kid at school a bad name because of the color of their skin. What do you do then? It's almost harder this way, isn't it? Yeah. So allyship is not usually comfortable. It is not comfortable because we don't like conflict. But the person who is saying the mean thing has already created conflict. And the only way to make the most of that situation that no one chose but the person who said the mean thing is to be an ally. That's the only way to fix things in that situation. And allyship is complicated, and grown-ups are still learning how to do it. I'm still learning how to do it. And it's a practice. It's something we continue to grow in. So this is just a way to start thinking about allyship. So I have an art project for you in your journals or on a piece of paper. I challenge you to become an allyship superhero. You're a superhero ally. And so I would like for you to imagine yourself as some sort of superhero who has an allyship power. If you were an ally, what would your superpower be? Would you stand next to the person who is receiving the mean, hateful comments? Would you offer hugs to the person who has been harmed? Are you really good at... Oh, this is hard. I'm giving you a really hard job. I should have thought harder about this. I don't want to put words in your mouth because if I give you too many ideas, you'll just take one of mine, right? Yeah. What's your allyship superpower? Okay. Stay strong, Spitfires. I can't wait to see you again soon. Stick around next week or tune in next week for a big announcement of how Spitfire summer programming is going to look and how you can get involved.